So the Bible said God created man in his image, and the image of man, in the image of God created him, male and female created he them. And God blessed them and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it and have dominion, take dominion. Do you see that all the blessings were verbs? All the blessings, they were verbs. Be fruitful. Multiply. Multiply is a verb, isn't it? Replenish. Subdue. So by the time you finish this blessing, you've worked. It's action-packed. This morning I want to talk to you on dominate. Just do it. Dominate. Thank you, Holy Ghost. It is today that I want to preach within 30 minutes. Today, the first time in my calling. So, it's 9:50. So by 10:20, I'm done. I know some of you don't believe it. But I'll prove you wrong today. Oh God. Dominate. Please tell somebody dominate. 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 So he says, be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, subdue it, have dominion or dominate. You see, when you receive the good news, you are supposed to make news. Wow. Wow. Do you know that the world has miseducated and misinformed us to a point where it is comfortable to receive news? They are trying to change who we are. You are supposed to be making news, not excited receiving news. So if you spend 4 hours behind television receiving news, they've already convinced you that you are not supposed to be making news. You are supposed to be receiving news. If we don't use social media as a platform, but we use it as a means of receiving news. No, we can tell you these things, but there are people who should be receiving. We can tell you these things. They are platforms. In other words, if you have nothing to say, you don't have to be there. Don't become a consumer. You are supposed to dominate. I heard someone say, spectators pay and players get paid. You see, you pay to watch. At the time you are paying to watch, it means you are a spectator. Whether it is paying TV license to watch TV or using your hours to watch it, you are a spectator. If you are getting paid, then it means you are a player. And God wants us to dominate. God wants us to make news. And there is just one thing I'm going to leave you with this morning. In this quest to dominate, And it is clear in verse 28. Do you know that most people spend most of their time working and yet are not successful? It's not just about, being seen to be going and coming. Because I know people who have worked for 30 years, come on retirement, and literally have nothing to show for all their years of work. Worked for 25 years, for 35 years. Come on pension, and there is virtually nothing to show for all their years of work. Sometimes we see things like this, and for some very convenient reason, we think, minus me. It's not my portion. Shall never come near me. No, you don't just repel it just by that confession. That confession is the beginning of repelling it. But if it just ends there, oh no way, no. I'll work and see results. I'll work and have fruits. As if those people set out not to see fruit when they were working. Who took a vow? I want to work and have nothing to show for it. I vow. Nobody does that. We need to watch that. Savior asked me a question. I will attempt answering it. He sent me a message to ask me a question. How can one, earn money without doing 9 to 5? 9 to 5, okay, so how can I avoid 9 to 5 and still make money? Still be relevant? Or, can I be relevant outside a 9 to 5 arrangement? I will attempt answering it. In 30 minutes. Oh, hallelujah. And God blessed them and said unto them, be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, and subdue it. Have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, over every living thing that moves upon the earth. Now, if you look at all these words, you cannot be fruitful without action. You cannot multiply without action. You cannot replenish without action. You cannot subdue without action. You can't dominate without action. I know a lot of us are really active, busy, we're going coming, but God wants me to tell you to double your action. Double it. It is massive action that results in dominion. Massive action. Massive action. Massive action. Massive action. Massive action. Massive action. This is why God anointed Jesus. Massive action. How God anointed Jesus of Nazareth with the Holy Ghost and with power, who went about doing. One of the key reasons why the Holy Ghost is in our lives is so we can double our doing. I understand being precedes doing. I understand that. But after you have been, you must do. I was listening to a man who said, I made 300 presentations for an investor. Finally got one. 300 financial presentations. There is nothing like failure. There is only people who stop. There is nothing called I failed. It is only people who stopped. For you and I to dominate, we must contribute action into this thing. We must do more. I hope I'm not preaching to myself this morning. I just hope so. We must take massive action. Massive action. In fact, that part of your life that gives up, delete it. That part of your life that makes you feel that when will this thing, the Bible says you have need of patience. He's talking about faith. But he says, listen, some things take time to turn. But no matter what it is, just be there until it turns. Hallelujah. You have been called to dominate. You have been called to be the best at what you do. You have been called to be the forerunner. You have been called to be at the helm of affairs. You have been called to rule, to subdue. You have been called to be the best. Hallelujah. And to do that, you must be doing more than anybody in the game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it really comes down to your patience rating. Because as we are all putting in the same effort, putting in the same wisdom, putting in the same investment, somebody is going to be tired along the line. That's true. And those who will turn and go home, they are the ones we will call they failed. Nobody failed without starting. No. You don't see somebody and say, oh, this person failed if they didn't start. There is nobody you will say, oh, they failed. For them to qualify to fail, it means they began it, they were doing it, they were in the game. If you never made the journey, we can't say you failed, we say you didn't do it, you didn't begin, you were not part of it. So everybody who has this CV that I failed in this is even way ahead of the person who didn't even start at all. But we don't set out to fail. So why is he saying he failed? He stopped. He gave up. That's true. That's failure. Because listen, don't take me out of context, but don't take me out of context. Don't take me out of context. The success God has scheduled for your life. I know, and maybe people will say, no, this one is wrong. But listen, let me say that. That's why I'm vexed. You don't fail because you had less wisdom. You don't fail because your intelligence was not up there. No. If you only keep at it, if you only continue, you are wise enough to succeed. You are intelligent enough to win. Now, a time comes that intelligence is redefined as staying power. So it's not as if you are the wittiest. But if you be foolish enough to stay, you may be the wisest in the group. If you be foolish enough to continue, you may be the wisest in the group. I'm talking about your business. I'm talking about your calling. I'm talking about your ministry. Just stay there. If you are not dead, remain in it.
Yes, sir.
God says, I'm making man in my image and likeness, and this is my vision for them. Dominate. Both male and female, they are supposed to dominate over fish, over all the things. So that you see there is no weakness in female. Because what man is dominating, female is also dominating, isn't it? What male is dominating, female is also dominating. So there's no problem here at all. We are not competing. We are not competing for dominance. Let them have dominion. So whatever Adam is dominating, Eve is dominating. It's just themselves they are not dominating. But whatever Adam has capacity to dominate, Eve has capacity to dominate. fish, bird, all those things. So there's no problem there. But I want you to see this, that when it really comes to these things we are talking about this morning, it's how much action have you invested? How much action have you invested in the game? What is your playing time? Somebody has been doing business for 5 years, but his action time, his playing time is probably 30 hours. Effective. So it's not just the length. That's why somebody can do something for a year, but if you look at his playing time, his up time, even ATMs, their downtime shouldn't be a fraction of a percentage. If you have an ATM that has 10% downtime, you shut that thing down. This is ATM. What about us? Somebody is living in life and their uptime is 30 minutes. Effective use of their resources, who they are, maybe 1 hour. The rest of the day, they are just floating. They are just floating in conversations, in chit-chattings, in going and coming. That's it. So if you look at them, what have you contributed to destiny this day? 1 hour. Effective is 1 hour. So he will live for 30 years, and if you check, 30 times what? 365 times 1 hour. That's how much time they've invested. As against 30 times 24 times 365. So you see that he came by, he didn't participate. I'm still with you. Action. Massive action. If I tell you that people who have made impact, they are the people who have the most troubles. People who have won, they are the people who have the most troubles. Don't take me out of context. There is no decent winning. You know, a winning that is just, it's just, and then you won. Have you watched Olympic Games when they are finishing and they capture their faces? People! And he crosses the line. There is nothing like, and you cross. Those who came last, there is like, but those who are winning, and then he crosses. And then he crosses. Nothing like this way. If you are thinking about how would they say my face is, you won't win. You won't win. Who is taking a picture at this point? Hey, they will send this on Facebook. This thing will go on Twitter. Hey, and they will see that I was able to buy this your face. Some of you are too cautious to win. What would they say? Win and let's see what they will say. If you like, fail and see what they will say. With all this beautiful face you failed. That means ugly face and winning is better than beautiful face and failing. Wow. What would they say? If somebody sees me sweating and walking, what would they say? Sweating and walking. You don't sweat and don't walk and fail and see. He says, be fruitful. Be fruitful. Action. Multiply. That means I love you, but I can't do this for you. This God. God won't say dominate when you don't have what it takes to dominate. Every one of us, we have a large place. He said, thou caused men to walk over our heads, but thou hast brought us into a large place. has a large place. Every one of us. There is none of us who is supposed to live in a restricted area. Every one of us has a large place. But you must be brought there. Don't just appear. You must be brought. Are you going to subscribe to what it takes? And what does it take? Massive action. That's what it takes. This is why there are people who are wiser than, who have a lot to show for their life on earth than you. Oh, I know you say, oh, Madame Teresa had nothing to his name, but she made impact. Is Madame Teresa your role model? I'm looking at Jesus, who was able to finish his life assignment by 33. Hey, that's action. Now some of you think, oh, because he was Jesus, God just summarized the whole thing for him. And he just came to do the summary. No. The man didn't start until he was 30. And in 3 years he was done. People, he says, I have come to do thy will. In the volume, the book he was fulfilling was voluminous. His book probably is bigger than your book. But he finished it in 3 years. Just look at his life, my people. The way Jesus lived, you will call him Antiso today. Jesus. You call him Antiso. Oh, but he went to parties. No, for a purpose. No, Jesus never went to a party for party's sake. Everywhere he was connected to his destiny. Everything he said was connected. So Savior says, how can I be relevant if I outside 9 to 5? So must I do 9 to 5? I said, no, it's not a problem. So I hope he's listening. It's not a problem. I'm not saying you. He's okay. You'll get it. There are two things: production and productivity. And I don't know whether it's good news or what, but if you want to just avoid 9 to 5, even if you are doing production, you will still have to invest the 9 to 5. So really, there is no avoiding of it. There will even be more of it. You are not just avoiding 9 to 5 or 8 to 5. You are not avoiding it. All you are saying is that, okay, I don't want to go somewhere to work 8 to 5. No problem. There are two things. It's either you are in production for yourself. That production, you must get a market. That market must have money. That money must be willing to be given to you for whatever you have produced. If you don't have answers for all this, go to 8 to 5. Because by all means you must live. Listen, you must produce something. That thing you have produced, there must be a market for it. That market must have purchasing power. Not I want it but I can't pay. No, you are not my market. And then the people they have purchasing power must be willing to give you their money and take your product. If you've not answered all these questions, on the production side, you have an issue. The other side is productivity. Productivity is increasing the efficiency gains. So it can either be, there are people who talk about productivity who haven't even done production. You see? Now you are just building castles in the air. There must be something that has been produced and I want to contribute knowledge or whatever to make it more efficient. So it's either you are producing it or you don't want to do 8 to 5. But you've looked at somebody doing something and then you have solutions, answers, things you can invest to enhance productivity. They can pay you for that contribution. They can pay you for helping them become productive, or they can pay you for producing. These are the two things. And I was actually praying about the question when the Holy Ghost gave me this. Lord, this is what Sylvia said. I don't have an immediate answer. What is it? We live funny lives. You ask me a question, it's a prayer topic for me. No, what is it? Because I don't just want to give you what I think. So, whether it's production or productivity, you still need to invest massive action. So, I hope the question is not how to dodge the investment of time. Because even if you're doing it for yourself, it's even harder than if you're doing it for somebody. Okay. Yeah. You're running your own business. You work harder, work smarter, work more, work tirelessly, creatively than everybody. So by the time you give me a job description and I look at it, there are certain job descriptions I will invest only 15% of my wisdom to achieve it. But if you are doing your own job, even 100%, you see that it's not enough. And this is why we need to have an appreciation of this. And then now we can know, okay, you know what? In fact, some people are even saying not everybody can be an entrepreneur. Because some people have low emotional bank accounts. The bank account, their credit in their emotional account is too low to be an entrepreneur. That for them to be entrepreneurs, they need heavy deposits on their emotional bank accounts until it is at a certain appreciable level, and then now they can venture out. Because sometimes it takes longer time than you envisaged, it takes more work than you envisaged, take more issues than you envisaged. But if you still have balances to carry all the withdrawals that will be made on that account, you say, Amen.
We believe you've been blessed by this broadcast. For more information, contact Kingdom Expression Ministries on 0201 300 400 or send us an email, kingdom@kingdomexpression.org. You can also visit our website, www.kingdomexpression.org. You can locate us at South Oyarifa, 300 meters from the Ankonam Junction. Rule and subdue the earth.